What is up, guys? I'm back again, another day with the Auto Works, and to my surprise, I had this whole schematic planned out. I was going to sit there and open the door and back the car out and do all this stuff, but no, we can't do that. We can't do that at all. Because the daggone battery crapped out on me, man. Dang, get in it, it's going to crank it up, back it out, do all something cool and everything. Always something, man. So now we're gonna slap a battery in this thing. Oh Lord. Let's see. Big boy battery. Oh, come on. Go on in there. Oh. Let me get my hand out of there. I don't think that's going anywhere. All right. Trying to shut it without touching the paint. Yahtzee. All right, so let's see if this daggone thing will fire up for me. Oh man. Ugh. All right. Yep, she's fired up. It's got a daggone steering wheel light and traction control light. I found out the other day, since this has electric steering, I think it has to calibrate itself when you first crank it back up, because it died on me one time already. So that's how I knew the battery was going out. So I'm gonna take it down the road and see if we can get this thing to calibrate. I think it looks pretty good, guys. Turned out pretty good. It definitely needs some cleaning, but that whole transition between the roof and the spoiler and everything to the back really added a lot to it, man. I'm happy with it. So now, unfortunately, with this thing, I got to play the waiting game, because I did decide to use fast dry acrylic enamel. And if you guys know what that is, fast dry acrylic enamel is pretty much the cheapest automotive paint you can get. So let me explain it to you. Okay, so since I decided to throw fast dry on this car, basically there's no hardener additives in it. It's basically the closest thing to a Rust-Oleum paint job. You basically thin it out, spray it, and let it cure and harden on its own. Could take between 7 to 14 days to fully cure out good. And unfortunately, since I'm doing a two-tone on this thing, I don't want to put no tape, paper, or anything like that over it, because if you use plastics to cover everything like I did, and I did make a little bit of a boo-boo, it shuts the spoiler in one place, and I'll show you in just a minute what it does. Basically, the paint, since it doesn't have a hardener additive with it, like base clear or single stage acrylic enamel, it has to gas out over time. And a good way to do that is like you see me doing, sitting it out in the sun. Well, I didn't do that. I covered it up for a couple of days. And well, no, I let it sit inside for a couple of days, and then I covered it up before I decided to spray the hood and the trunk. And I was originally going to do it all at one time, but I couldn't make up my mind, and it was a last minute decision. I'm like, you know what, screw it, let's go for it. So I threw the plastic, as you saw, on it, and it touched the spoiler in one place, and it kind of reacted a little bit, or the gases from the plastic reacted with the gases trying to come out from the fast dry. So basically, you have base clear, which has a hardener. That's your most expensive paint. Then you have your single stage, which is just your spray and go, that has a hardener additive you add into it with reducer, and that's your second line. And then you have fast dry, which is pretty much the bottom of the barrel. It's pretty much the same thing as Spray Max. They just take the fast dry and put it into a can. So it basically, you just spray and go. It's like Rust-Oleum, like I said. But anyways, let me show you that spot on the car. It's kind of hard to see out in the sun. You can see it better in the shade. but it's just basically, it looks like marbleizer or whatever. So I think I might have to sand it down, reshoot just that section of the spoiler. Luckily it's broken into like 2 or 3 pieces as far as lines go, so that shouldn't be a big deal. I might even decide to just trim black it. I don't know, it's not really that big of a deal, but let me go ahead and show you real quick and see if I can actually pick it up on camera. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really hard to see, but it's got kind of a haze to it. But anyways, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. So it could cure out good. I might be able to buff it. I don't even know, guys. Like I said, I'll mess with that later. But bottom line is, I'm gonna have to wait a couple of days, a week or so, for this to cure out. So I'm sure this video will probably be a little bit after the two-tone video, and then we'll get to spraying. So
1 eternity later.
alright guys, so it's a few days later. The paint's had plenty of time to cure out on the GTI, but man, the more I look at it, I'm kind of liking the white right now, you know, and I can't make up my mind. I can't make up my mind what to paint it, guys. I've been kind of procrastinating big time with this one, and I'm just kind of up in the air. I still got the Cressida coming back. We're waiting on that body kit. It was like a 3-month wait on it. It's like a BN kit. It's a really high-end kit. It's fiberglass, so I might have to work it. So we're gonna be doing that. As soon as that kit comes in, we'll be back on the right-hand drive Cressida. My wife wants to paint her CRV, and I got some parts to do some stuff to it. She wants to go color shift, which will be interesting. So we got some stuff coming up. I think I'm gonna put the GTI on the back burner for now, as far as changing the color, until I really figure it out. I also want to do some wheels on it and some other upgrades. So I got tons of stuff coming. But for now, that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I hope you guys enjoy this one. I know it's kind of short and sweet. All we did really was a battery, because this thing would not move. But we got a lot of stuff coming up with the Auto Works. I'm gonna try and make it out to some more car meets and car shows. If you haven't, go back and check out She's Fest. Had a lot of cars, even a R34 GTR, which are very, very, very new into the States right now. I think only one color is allowed, so, and that's the Midnight Purple. But yeah, go back and check out that video. Check out some of my other videos. Be sure to watch my Instagram, TikToks, all that type stuff, guys. I'm really starting to try and get better with making those. But I appreciate you guys. Every like, if you could, drop me a like down at the bottom. And I appreciate you guys. Like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe. God bless you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.